Hey you guys, Linwood here, and today I'm going to talk to you all about my vasectomy. Now I know in the meantime some of you guys are probably thinking, you know what, this guy is looking like a mixture of Captain Blackbeard and Jimmy Neutron. I'm totally fine with that. I want to just go ahead and jump right in because there's quite a bit to tell, so I'm just going to let you guys know all the scoop, all the deets, all that loveliness. So it started with me actually going and having a consultation with my doctor where they talked to me about kind of what would be going on, what to expect out of it, all of that. And I will say they did prescribe me a couple of medications prior to. Now one of them was a hypnotic sleep aid, which I was not so keen on taking because I don't really fool with medication like that, and it was something that could have me prone to sleepwalking and all kinds of stuff, and I already am prone to sleepwalking. So yeah, it was like memory lapses and sleepwalking. Do I really want to sign up for that? But the doctor was like, just take the edge off. If you don't want to take it, you don't have to, but I really recommend that you take it prior to. And so I was like, well, alright, I guess I'll go ahead and take it since he said he recommends it, because I don't want to be the person who doesn't and I'm in here like I'm gonna die. So I went ahead and decided to take that. Basically, I needed to take it an hour and a half prior to going in for my surgery, and I don't know if that's something that all doctors do. Just so you guys know, the doctor that I went to, his name is Jason Poteet out of Waco, Texas. He was awesome. He took care of everything really that I needed, and I will say overall it was a really good experience for me. Oh, bless you. Jumping right on into the rest of it. So I took it an hour and a half prior to. My wife took me up to the hospital, and we get up there, and I ended up kind of falling asleep in the waiting room because of the medication that he had me on. And excuse me real quick, you guys. Look there. So my wife ended up taking me and the baby up to the doctor's office, and because of the medication they gave me prior to, I ended up falling asleep. I fell asleep before the surgery, and I guess I was knocked out for maybe like 30 minutes, and they came and woke me up. They're like, okay, we need you to come on back. And so I went ahead, I came back, and when I did so, I got back there, and like it wasn't like an OR or anything like you would expect. It was like a regular in-office visit. It was basically like to where I was going back there, and they were like, okay, basically take off your pants and hop on this table and we'll handle it from here. And just so you know, my wife and the baby came back, so it wasn't anything where it was like, blood spray all over the place, a super vulgar type thing, anything like that. It was really, really easy for them to manage. So I will say, to me, the hardest part about everything for me was probably the day before they wanted me to prep by shaving. And so I ended up having to shave my milk duds, and for you they might not be milk duds. You might have tropical Skittles or some other variety of candy. But I went ahead and I went to shave them, and typically it's not really an area you want a razor around, and I didn't really trust myself with that, and I just kept thinking, you know what, someone's gonna burst in this bathroom and I'm gonna be like, I no longer have a need for a vasectomy. So that was probably the scariest part for me. The rest of it was relatively really simple. So I got back there, they had me go ahead, take off my pants, all that. They put, like, if you guys are old enough to remember, they used to have like these rubber things that they would put hot water in or cold water in order, there's not anything in that hand, in order to heat and cool certain areas on your body. And they used one of those and had hot water in it, and they just place it underneath your love muffins, and basically because of the temperature it causes the skin to stretch out. If you guys have testy bits, you understand how they work. They went ahead from there, they did a shot of lidocaine, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm not in the medical field. Honestly, that was probably the worst part, and it wasn't even the shot, it was the burning of the medication. The burning part was not intense, it was just the most painful portion, which really wasn't bad at all. From there, they went ahead, they make a very small incision, and they pull the vas deferens out from both sides, because you have two of them, since you have two orbital spheres there. What happens is they pull out the vas deferens, they clamp it off, and then they remove the middle section, and they burn the ends of the remaining sections and place them back. Because they go to the other side, and they do the same thing there. Once they're finished with that, they put it back, they stitch it up. It was literally one stitch. They did this all through the same hole. In terms of recovery for me is 3 days. So I had it done 2 days ago now, and as you guys can see, I am just fine. I'm on no medications now. They did give me tramadol for afterwards, but I just didn't really like the way it was making me feel, so I took it first day and that was it. I honestly don't have a need of it. I'm not on any pain medication at all right now, and I don't have any pain. Bless you, bless you. I don't have any pain, any swelling, no bruising, nothing. So I mean, it's been a really, really good experience for me. The surgery took maybe about 10 minutes, and we got back there and they went ahead and did their stuff, stitched me up and sent me on home. Now, because of the medication that they gave me prior to, I can say honestly, I don't remember much after the surgery. Because the medication prior to, I was having a few memory lapses. And so I will say I'm glad that I was able to have people that I love and that I trust take me, so I didn't have to worry about the things I can't remember coming back to haunt me. You know, things can happen. I've never been drunk before, but the doctor told me before he gave me that medication that it was pretty much gonna be like I was drunk. So it's probably about the closest thing I can compare it to. On the first day, I had a little bit of pain the day that I came home, and I mean, I just came home and slept, and basically the doctor's orders were the day of, you go home, you sleep, you take it easy. On day 2 and day 3, which for me today is day 3, I can do basic stuff like go out of the house for lunch with a friend, but I'm not supposed to be all over town, I'm not supposed to be mowing grass, anything like that. If you should overextend yourself trying to say like, let's go to the gym, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and decide to try some horizontal celebrations with my wife or significant other. The doctor informed me that basically your love muffins can swell to the size of a cantaloupe. And I was like, not today, Satan, not today. That's not gonna happen. In terms of total recovery, before you can get back to sports, before you can get back to lovers activities, all of that, you're looking at a week's time. So basically I had it done on Monday. I cannot do anything until next Monday, which is honestly not that bad. It's not a long time. If you have children already, you've got a 6-week wait time in there before you can do anything while your lady is recovering. And in my instance, I was celibate from high school up until marriage. So yeah, that was almost 9 years of nothing going on. So that being said, it wasn't a big deal for me to wait a week. After everything is over and done with, the one stitch is so minor, like I have a very difficult time finding it in order just to make sure that I'm being gentle when I'm cleaning and things like that. And the stitch that he gave me does dissolve on its own, so I don't have to worry about having to go back, have it taken out, any of that type of stuff. And like I said, I don't have any swelling, any pain, anything like that. Naturally, I know you guys will probably have some more questions, and if you do, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. I can make a Q&A video just about the vasectomy if I need to, depending on how many questions there are. And that way I can kind of cover all of you guys' questions and concerns, comments, whatever. Overall, I think that it was an excellent experience. If it's something that you're thinking about, understand that it is something that is a permanent decision. This is not a temporary birth control like what they have for women. This is something that you are getting done with, and understanding that there's a sense of permanence here. And I will say that as long as you understand that and you're okay with that, go for it. You know, I mean, this is something that is a very minor surgery. It's done in office. It takes very little time to recover. I feel perfectly fine. I know some men will try to play it up and all that. And I mean, of course, everyone's pain tolerance is different. For me, I have not had any issues whatsoever. So I'm very satisfied, and my daughter is trying to choke me out. Do you guys see this? Like, I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, gangsta, baby. So, of course, if you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know in the comment box below. I'll address it at a later time. Which, by the way, if you are feeling the hair and you want to see a tutorial video for it, let me know also, because I don't have a video for this. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, my last tie video, my last sit down video, my last hair video, you can click on the eye up here. I'll have playlists to all of those. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, this is Zelina, and she is my latest baby. And yeah, so I am super blessed and super happy to be a dad. They told my wife and I that we would never be able to have kids, so they are a huge blessing to us, but we're done. Yeah, we're done. So until next time, you guys, take care and God bless. You are fancy now, and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Bye bye, you guys.